Welcome, everybody. This is Mina, just Mina, sparkling Mina, and awesome Jacqueline.
Awesome, Jacqueline. We start and already I feel jumping, like jumping. It's the rise of the energy.
And that's what this is about. It's about being joyful and just allow yourself to feel that presence and whatever it feels like. If you're like a kid and you're just jumping up and down going, woohoo, isn't this exciting? Then just do that. Just start to move around and let your body like release and let go, because we're all about healing, and joy is the best vibration for healing.
Yay! And you are releasing. We are releasing. It's time to release you and receive. Receive love. Receive joy. Receive health, wealth.
And if you're thinking, what are they doing? It's like we're being like children. Children didn't have to have a reason to do anything. They just bounced around. They just played. They just did somersaults. You know what I mean? They rolled around. They were doing things with their fingers. They were thinking. They were having fun. And when you're in that space, they just thrive naturally.
Yeah. So we are inviting you. We are inviting you to be your child, to be who you are deeply inside. Something you sometimes don't have the guts to do, but nobody's seeing. So be yourself. Move. Start the year with movement, with energy, loving yourself.
Yeah, loving yourself and really appreciating that, you're magnificent. You're awesome. Like, look at from the hair, top of the head, down all this beautiful hair and your face and your skin, and how this body was even put together. It's an incredible, intelligent, energetic frequency that just naturally wants to touch and feel and taste and see and be in awe of the moment.
Thank you. Thank you. This is not for me. She's talking to you too.
Yeah, and what if today and every day was like you started to look at it as a whole year instead of thinking it's just a new year. Every day is a new day. Every day starts like clean slate, brand new. What do you want to do? Do you want to jump up and down and go, woohoo, this is exciting? Or do you want to like do something opposite? Because I have forgotten what that's like, because I get excited about what's going to happen today.
Brand new. What do you want to do? I like it.
Right?
Rapping again.
It's this, we were designed to move. Like, I woke up this morning and it was a winter wonderland. And I knew it was snowing last night, but it looked just a little bit of snow sort of out here, but ooh, big drifts around the other side. And it was like, okay, now I get to get dressed up warm. And it wasn't that cold, but it was like, get dressed up and shovel and practice. And then I got to play with the shoveling. I got to dance with the snow, and I got to throw it over here and shovel it over there. And it was just the experience.
And you have your personal gym at the door, at your door.
Yes.
You don't need to pay for it.
No, it's so true. It's like I can look out at the ocean and go, oh, it looks exactly the same as yesterday, or I could say, there's the ocean and the essence is always the same. However, the waves and the texture and the density is different. The clouds are different. The sun is always moving. Even the sun moves every single day. So us in the Northern Hemisphere, the days are already getting longer. Every day is getting longer. Every day is different.
Yeah. I once lived in a place where I saw the river and the boats. And every day the boats were in different places, of course. Always the same river, and every day different looks, different energy, different beauties, like life.
It's being grateful, right? Those, you've heard that many times before, is if you if you think of how is your day working for you, what are you grateful for? You're grateful that your body can move. You're grateful that you can get up and move. For some people, that's a luxury, right? So if your body can move, like, want to make it more move and know that you're getting more vital all the time, and you're grateful that you have breath, and you're grateful that you have life and this internet connection that we can connect. This is the amazing thing. When you're grateful, openings happening. Like, how does your life keep getting better and better all the time? Is a great question to ask yourself, to get you focused in infinite possibilities.
How is my life getting better and better all the time? And I am so grateful for it. Yes.
I'm grateful that I still love shoveling snow. Like, I was grateful that I could practice squatting. It's like, instead of going to the gym and doing squats, you know what I mean? It was like squat, pick up, lift. Thankfully, the snow was fluffy, so it was a good way to start training instead of having that really wet snow and you're like, oh. But it was like, okay, let's do that. Let's practice throwing it over, like, like in one of those cartoons when they're digging things quickly. It was like, just play.
Yeah, and it's so good when you do that because, well, I'm remembering I have a cousin that lives in Canada, and I was telling her I love snow. I never see snow. I'd love to see snow. I'd love to that it snowed here. And she was telling me, crazy, if you had to shovel the snow every day to leave home, you wouldn't say like that. But it's so great that you feel like that because you can give a present to you. You can transform anything in a present, in a good thing, in something that warms your heart. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, it's like, if you were as a child, when it snowed, the first thing you wanted to do, you know, was get all dressed up in your snowsuit, and you wanted to go, and it was like, is it fluffy or is it packing snow? And could we make snow houses, and snowmen? And could we make tunnels and slush balls? You were wanting to play with this new experience. Then as we get
it is
older, we
magic.
start to think of
It is
things
magic.
as chores, that we have to do it. But if you can look at it as, this is just all you have today, how are you going to enjoy the experience? How are you going to interact with the snow? Like, there was a little part around my door that was a little icy, right? So it was like noticing that and noticing the crystals in there, and then realizing, okay, so this is different. This just, I have got to be a little bit more careful about getting that out, so the door glides perfectly and opens, and it's just noticing the different textures, the different varieties, and just being present. It just is. That's all it is. There's nothing else but the experience.
Mhm. And if you think that snow has water, is water in
Mhm.
different states, and if you remember Masaru Emoto's studies, you can say lovely things to your water, to the water that surrounds you, to the snow, and it's amazing. You are creating the things you say, the things you choose to think, to feel, and transporting it to the water, to the snowflakes. You are giving your love to your snowflakes, or not. What do you choose?
Well, that's a great example. If you've never heard of Dr. Emoto and his water crystal experiments, you can go Google that. But he basically demonstrated that what thoughts you hold in your mind affect the way a water crystal materializes. And when it comes to snowflakes, it's been proven that every snowflake is different. And when I look around at how much snow is there today, I think, wow, is that a physical representation again of how many different possibilities exist? And if we're really opening ourselves up to the universe and what is beyond what we like, we most of our life we don't know that we don't know, then why would you want to think anything other than happy, joyous, peace, harmony, healthy, wealthy, loving, kind thoughts?
Because you are surrounding you with this, with what you think, with what you love. So I choose to surround with good things,
Yeah.
with the things I love. Sometimes I forget, but life remembers me. So
Yeah. And we do when we sometimes, like, we can have that contrast. We can feel sad, we can feel angry, we can just feel it and experience it. It's like getting dumped on by the snow. It's like, oh, this is what you're feeling in that moment, but then you can also let it go. You can just let it go and open up again when you're done with the experience. The experience can be done in that moment instead of carrying it forward to the next moment or the next day or the next week. Just let it go.
let it go, let it go. It's just contrast, and contrast is important. It's a gift too. Contrast is a gift we don't like, but it's a gift. Why? Because I we notice we don't like it. So if we don't like it, what we like? So I'm having this. I don't like. Okay, excellent contrast, excellent, because you are reminding me that I'm not thinking or living the things I like. So, what do I like? Okay, now I can turn to what I like. I can choose better. Thank you, contrast, because you reminded me that I was focusing in something that didn't wish in my life. I can change now. It's a warning.
Yes. Change. Watch. I changed. I changed.
I change. I
It,
change too.
and sometimes maybe that's what you have to do to get yourself to change, is just do something different, like just to snap yourself out. It's a reset. It's like in Harry Potter, they would do a spell, stupefy or something like that, right? You need to have something that snaps you out of that
Change.
moment, you know?
And change can be easy. Change can be light. Change can be soft. Yeah. Some people doesn't want to change because they think it's heavy, it's hard, it hurts. It can be done quite easily if you are afraid. Just try a little bit. Just
Yeah.
open up a little opening and start there. And then you see, okay, it was okay to change this. Okay. So I feel moved to start a little bit more, open a little bit more. So it becomes easier and easier and easier. And you are softer and joyful and more the things you like for you. So breathe in and expand.
And your body can help you with that change, because if you're feeling fearful, right, it's kind of like, as you're saying, open up, right? It's like open, open. So maybe you just have to practice moving your arms out, right? And feeling this, widening. Maybe you just have to think about, what if you like swimming, you're backstroking, you're opening and you're noticing that as you open, there's a new thought, and you really keep saying to yourself, are you safe right where you are? You are safe right where you are. your thoughts are coming to you that might be making you fearful. But if you get present, is there anything right here? Right? It's like if you have a parent, or maybe even when you were a child, you might have been scared of the boogeyman. You'd say, oh, I can, it's under my bed or something. Or you'd say there's nothing there. Right? That's the idea, is like to sort of say, okay, are you safe? Check out you're safe. So you're feeling, let it go, and just keep opening and trusting and stepping forward and believing, because that paradigm of trusting how life is working for you, that your body is intelligent, knows how to handle itself, that joy is a natural healing vibration, way more powerful than fear, to help your body heal, then you're moving in that direction. You're setting your ship. I'm heading to Portugal. I'm on my way.
Yes, yes, come. You are already here. You are here. Internet does that. Well, but that's why we are inviting you to move yourself, because sometimes our minds are so stuck in a certain place. We don't feel like moving. We don't feel like experiencing anything new. It's too heavy, too hard. So if you try to move something, if you move your body, it's all connected. Your mind is connected to the body. So if the mind is stuck and you start moving your body, somehow the mind starts to move too. It's a soft way, yeah, to start. Yes.
Yeah, so there's the one thought that says, okay, you can get quiet and get meditative, but a lot of people find that that's so difficult for them to quiet their mind. So what we're saying is move, right? Get your body to do something different. Put on a piece of music that you like to listen to, if that's the case. And if it's, you're doing the waltz, da, 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 or if you're doing the hippie shake, the twist, whatever it is, the salsa, just get your body moving. Even if it's you're only hearing the song in your head, like we're doing here, like just move, and you'll notice your body feels better, and it sends endorphins through your system. It makes it happier, and your organs respond better. Your lungs are breathing better. Your heart is rejuvenated. You're in a whole other vibe.
Yeah. And your immunity increases, your health increases, everything that is good increases, because you are raising your energy. And when you are raising your energy, you are raising your point of attraction for the things you really like. So, yes, dare yourself to move. Move, not any movement. Do the movement you feel in this moment that is good for you. That's it. It's your movement. It's not my movement or Jacqueline's movement. It's your movement.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
it could be that you just want to move your hips, right? And you just feel like that. Or it could be that you're just stepping back and forth. You're just putting your heel toe, you might be lifting your knee up. You could just be standing here. You could just be bending your knees a little, in that sense. And you're just kind of watching and going, I'm not sure what I want to move. And you're busy so thinking about what you want to move. But then you notice, okay, I've started bouncing. And then maybe you start to realize you've moved your foot or your hand, or you're now hula dancing or belly dancing, or, being pole dancing.
Yeah, and it's amazing and it's good. Sometimes I don't feel like moving or like going to the gym. I don't feel like, but I love to dance. So, what is best for me? I put a lovely music or something joyful or something, well, whatever, and I dance. So I don't. I am not in the gym, but I am dancing, I am moving. Our cells need movement. Our cells need that to refresh, to expand, to to put out their wastes and to receive the good, the nutrition. It's good to move. So we are loving our body when we move. Yeah.
If you start to connect with yourself, your body, your barometer, you'll start to recognize how it's guiding you in a new way. So there'll be sometimes situations where it'll guide you away from that may be normal for you because it's now saying to you, you know, I don't feel so good when I hang around that person anymore, right? They're always talking about whatever they're talking about, and you can recognize that that's kind of bothering you. And so as you start to connect with your body more, it's giving you signals, your inner guidance, your gut feeling, your intuition, whatever you want to call it. That's all part of your body. So the more attention you spend on your body, the more you realize what a $1 trillion computer you have here that knows how to keep you in health and love and wealth and community and connection and guide you to your heart's desires. It knows all these things. The question is, do you listen to it?
Yeah. It's the body as your barometer. So feel it. Feel yourself. Listen to yourself. Uh, watch yourself. What your body is trying to tell you. Is it good? Great. Yes. Keep doing that. Keep thinking that, feeling that. Not so good? You don't like? Okay. That's a warning. That's a loving warning. So listen to it. Feel it. You don't like? How can you change it? How can it be better? How can you feel that? Yay. Easy. Maybe it's not so easy at the beginning because you don't have the habit. You are not used to do that too. But stop a little. Stop a little and feel, listen, see. Use all your senses and all your intuition too. And it will become easier and easier and easier. And every time more rewarding because it goes with practice. Of course, everything goes with practice. Mwah.
Well, it is that sense, right? And you and I have had our own personal experiences, very different, that we have had pain and suffering and ailments in our body, dis-ease, discomfort, disorder. And those were the signals in our body to tell us how far off we were from what is natural. And natural is to be aligned, head, heart, soul, in that space that you're being in that childlike awe and joy to experience life. And now that our bodies are so-called older, we've had many experiences, so we have that so-called wisdom to go back and be like a child. and, and maybe if we just let the child do its natural thing from the beginning, right, they would have stayed in harmony.
Yeah, I remember when I was in child, I wished to be older, to have more power, to have more something. And I think I was old, very old at 12. And after 12, I started to grow again a child. So I am more and more child, and it is great because now I don't have afraid to be a child. Now I am, I know who I am, and I am knowing more and more every day. So I don't, I release this fear, My journey is about releasing fear and trusting more in myself, in the universe, and everything. And this is the new year, so just release the fear of of the old, of the past, and don't bring it to your future. Please, you can have a loving future. Don't bring your fear with you.
Yeah, it's if today is the beginning of a whole new life for you. Every day is, right? This is your blank canvas.
Yeah,
So what is it that you really want to do today? And then notice if you want to do something and immediately you have a thought that comes in and says, "Oh, you can't do that." It's like, well, where did that come from?
past. It's the past. It's not you. It's the past. The fear, the something you you left inside of you, but it can go. You can open the door and see and say, "You don't serve me anymore." So I'm a grown-up adult. I can choose now. You don't tell me those things no more because I don't listen.
Right. And you can gently show fear the door, or you could just give him the boot. Out you go.
Yeah, I like that.
I feel like if people realize that they're sitting around their kitchen table really with friends that say doubt, fear, skepticism, judgment, blame, and that's their circle, or they could turn around to a new table and they're sitting around with joy, harmony, peace, love, possibility, abundance, creativity. you know which table do you want to sit at?
Yeah,
It's your choice.
yeah. And sometimes some of our friends don't understand us. They are not in that moment, in that energy. Okay, you can still be friends, but you live your life. You go and look to where you wish to go. Your life will be better. And one day they look at you and they see and they think, oh, I love that. I like to be like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like that.
And when you are, my experience is when I've been true to myself, when I am exuding my inner joy and my peace and my contentment, it radiates out from me. And it's an example for others to have permission to trust that they can go in that direction. If I was just to be, which I've done before too, to get along with everybody, to do the things that they kind of are doing so I can be part of the group, but it never really felt integral. But I'm doing it for the cohesiveness of the whole. I'm the one that ended up being hurt.
yeah, because you were not being you. You are not following your essence. You each of us needs. I don't like the word need, but here it is needs to follow their own essence, their own guidance.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's strange. It may seem correct for one day or two or something, but it will never will it will never grow uh, the things you really want.
And you, I mean, my experience again is the same thing as what's happened in my life has been beyond what I ever would have imagined.
Yeah, even
So why would I want to try and control things? Because when I let go of that idea and opened up to trusting that there's infinite possibilities and I'll always be guided to what's best for me, then it opened up this whole new world.
Yeah. Yesterday, I was looking at my 2020, and it was a strange year for everyone, of course.
Hmm.
And most people was locked down or things like that. And I was astonished at the things I saw, the things I lived, the expansion I had. It was amazing. So even in a world, in a year like that,
Hmm.
it was, I am so grateful for the things I lived and for the expansion I had. And it was really amazing. Why? Perhaps because I was not with everybody. I was with myself, doing what I loved and following my heart. And
Right.
that made the difference for me.
Mhm.
And when it does the difference for me, I feel better. And when I feel better, I feel joyful. And people likes that, you know? So it expands. It's like the sun, it radiates to others. And the ones that are in that kind of searching, search, of movement, they like it and they go and they follow me, finding their essence too. And the others that are not still in that movement, okay, there's a time to everything. That's a time for everything. We have to respect the others. I choose to respect
Yeah.
the others and others' timing for doing things, even if I see better that they would be happier if they did that, but they have their timing. And it's good for me to understand it and to accept it.
And that is also a stage that we all go through, I think, that we, when we start to feel better, it's like that, you know, you've heard it maybe with people that smoke. They say once they stop smoking, they want everyone else to stop smoking. And so when I know when I started to feel freer and more open and better, I wanted everybody else to feel that way too. And I wanted them to do it now. I never appreciated that they had a time and a place. I just was like, now, 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 now. And I've seen that with many other people too. It's like you get so excited because it's such a difference and a transformation within yourself. You want others to feel that way. The truth is when you relax and you just follow what you do, your example of your life is what they're seeing. And that's why when people when they hear you say something but they're looking at your life and they're going, I don't see that because you want me to change. Right? It's like then we trust that there's a timing for everybody and everything, and everybody will have that aha moment and go, oh, I remember when my people, maybe you've had that, you say something to someone and you've said it to them maybe 10 years ago, and then one day they come home and they go, do you know what, yeah, I should just think more positive thoughts. And you're like, didn't I tell you that for like 5 years, right? And it's that sense of when you let go, then people receive what they need when they need it in their right time. It's about them and it's about you, and trusting the process that everybody is getting what they need is a huge shift in the world. If everybody could just believe that everybody's having the experience they need.
In that moment, yeah. Yes, but we do that because you are a good person. We are good persons. We wish to be joyful. And when we start to being happy, we wish everyone to be happy like us. Yes, that's natural. Until we understand, okay, they wish to be happy, but in their own way. They wish to live their own experiences. And people learns by experience, not by you do this. So I didn't learn when my mother told me, you do this. I learned with my experience at my own time. It was not so fast as I would like to, but it it was my timing. Sometimes I told to myself, oh, why didn't I do this 10 years before? But it wouldn't work for me because I was not ready for that. So it's like that. It's to live and let go and let go the experience of others because it is his life and her life. It's not my life. So I'm here to live my life and they are here to live their lives. But of course, if someone wishes to be with us, with our joy, with our energy, of course, I receive, I accept, I'm here for who wants really to be with me. The others, it's okay too. It's okay. Live their life, enjoy. It's like that. Easy as that. Now it's easy for me. There were times where it was not easy at all. Like when I was seeing people that I loved so much and they were hurt, they were suffering, and I could see how they could not suffer. I could see their way, a good way for them to be healthier, joyful, but they didn't see, and I couldn't show them, and it was very hard for me that. And it's hard for everyone to see the people we love suffering, and especially when we know the way. But it's our way, and they have to find their own way. So I am a light. I am a light for anyone who wishes my light for a bit until they find their own light. But it's only for them, for the ones that resonate with me in this time, in this moment. And I don't control that. They do. You do, and you, and you, and you.
And I believe if everybody takes a moment and is honest with themselves, they know in their life they've had key moments where they may have even been feeling like they've been going a certain direction, and all of a sudden something made them shift and go a completely different direction. It may have been the school they were going to, their career that they thought they were going to do. It was like they had a plan, and then something happened that shifted. It could have been in their family, it could have been within themselves, it could have been in the environment, but there's that moment in time. And 2020 was that moment for the world to say, here are all our issues. Like, let's just lay them down on the table and everybody can see what they want to see, because there's a lot of wounds that are being healed. That's all that's happening. Systems and structures and relationships and how we've treated people, it's all being revealed to say, woo, does this work for us anymore? It's like, imagine if we didn't have computers anymore. If we were all still talking on a telephone that was stuck to the wall, right? So life is changing, and in our experience, we're no longer attached to the wall, just listening to what's coming out of the wall. You have a wide range of possibilities to listen to. And if one feels better than another, then start to tune into that like a radio station. Tune in to listen to the 103 versus the 95.5. 103.1 joyful, or you turn into the other station, and that's your experience. And when you can just be with your experience and just be with it, stop judging it, stop making yourself wrong for going, oh, is it day 3, day 4? People that set resolutions, and they're like, oh, I've already blown it. It's like, no, every day is new. Every day is new. Every moment is new. You can be in the moment, just like you're on the computer, switching to the next YouTube channel. Switching to the next Facebook post, you can change your thoughts the same way. You have the ability to monitor your thoughts. You have the ability to monitor your emotions. You can choose what you want to entertain and what you want more of and what you want less of. That is freedom. Freedom is right here in your whole body.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! And we can complete on that one. Be free.
Be free.
Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last.
I'm free at last. I love it.
Mwah.
Much love